So, hello everyone. I am Khalid Eslawan and I'm going to discuss about marital adjustments. So, marital adjustment, just as the ever-increasing number of vocational opportunities makes vocational selection and adjustment difficult, so does the ever-increasing number of family patterns makes marital adjustment difficult. So, what is marital adjustment? For instance, if one spouse comes from a different traditional family background, while the other comes from a more modern or liberal environment, nagkakaroon or magkakaroon ng pagkakaiba sa kanilang pananaw at asal. This difference can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts in the relationship. Kaya mahalaga ang open communication at pag-intindi sa isa't isa upang mapanatili ang magandang relationship. Couples must work together to bridge this difference and find common ground for harmonious marriage. So, dito naman tayo sa conditions contributing to difficult in marital adjustments. First is the limited preparation for marriage. Karamihan sa mga couples is kulang sa training sa essential skills tulad ng managing a household, parenting, at finances. Kahit na mas marami silang access sa sexual education. Second is the roles in marriage. Ang mga pagbabago sa gender roles ay maaaring magdulot ng conflicts, lalo na kapag nagkakaiba ang expectations sa pagitan ng social classes or religious groups. Third is the early marriage. Ang pag-aasawa sa murang edad bago makamit ang financial independence ay maaaring magdulot ng inggit sa mga kaibigan na nag-e-enjoy sa single life na nakakaapekto sa marital satisfaction. Fourth is the unrealistic concepts of marriage. Yung mga may kaunting work experience ay madalas may unrealistic expectations tungkol sa marriage na nagiging sanhi ng disappointments. Fifth is the mixed marriages. Ang mga interracial o interreligious couples ay kadalasang humaharap sa mas maraming challenges sa in-laws at parenting na nakakaapekto sa kanilang kaligayahan or relationship. Sixth is the shortened courtships. Dahil sa mas maikli na courtship periods, ang mga couples ay may mas kaunting oras upang tutasin ang mga isyo bago ang kasal na nagre-resulta sa adjustment problems sa hinaharap. And seventh is concept of marriage. Ang idealistic views na nabuo sa childhood or kabataan ay maaaring lumikha ng unrealistic expectations na nagre-result sa disenchantment sa marriage. And last, lack of identity. Kapag ang mga partners ay nakakaramdam na sila ay nai-define or nai-define lamang ng kanilang marital roles, maaari silang mag-struggle sa kanilang individual identities na nagiging sanhi ng resentment. So, let us move on to the problems of marital adjustments. So, first is the adjustment to a mate. So, adjustment to a mate is the first major adjustment problem in marriage is adjustment to a mate. Adjustment to a mate. Adjusting to a mate. Kadalasan, nagkakaroon ng conflict sa mga habits, values, at beliefs ng bawat isa. For example, sa financial decisions, maaaring may iba't ibang pananaw or insights ang bawat partner. This can lead to misunderstandings na kailangan ng open communication para ma-resolve. Mahalaga rin ang pag-unawa at empathy. Kailangan nating alamin ang perspective ng ating in a relationship. Kung pareho kayong willing to adjust, mas magiging smooth mas magiging maganda ang inyong relationship. So, remember, adjustment takes time and effort, and it's essential to build a strong foundation of trust and respect. So, dito naman tayo sa factors influencing adjustment to a mate. First is the concept of an ideal mate. In marriage, both men and women often have an ideal mate in mind, which they develop during adolescence. Kapag malaki ang agwat or gap ng expectation mo sa reality, mas mahirap mag-adjust sa totoong pagkatao ng asawa mo or relationship mo. The closer your ideal is to reality, the easier it will be to adjust. Second is the fulfillment of needs. Uh, for a relationship to thrive, each partner must fulfill certain needs. Kung kailangan ng isang tao ang recognition, sense of achievement, o social status, kailangan makatulong ang asawa na tugunan ang mga ito. If these needs are unmet, dissatisfaction can occur, making adjustment more challenging. And third, similarity of background. Mas madali ang pag-adjust kung same kayo ng backgrounds ng mag-asawa. Halimbawa, pareho kayo ng upbringing, mas malaki kayong magkakaintindihan. However, even with similar backgrounds, unique life experiences can still create differences in perspective, and these differences can make adjustment more difficult. Fourth, common interest. Shared interest help strengthen the relationship. Kapag may mga bagay kayong parehong nag-e-enjoy, mas madali kayong mag-bonding. Mutual interest in activities you can do together help with adjustments more than interest that you cannot share easily. Fifth is the similarity of values. Couples with similar values tends to have better adjustment. And ang pagkakapareho ng values, gaya ng pananaw sa pamilya, trabaho, or pera, ay nagiging key sa harmonious na relationship. And couples with similar values are less likely to have conflicts compared to those with different priorities. Sixth is role concepts. Each partner is may sariling pananaw sa role na dapat gampanan ng isa't isa sa marriage. For example, one may expect the wife to manage the household while the husband provides financially. Kapag natugunan ang expectations na ito, conflict arises, which can affect adjustment. And seventh is the change in life pattern. Financially adjusting to a mate requires a significant changes in lifestyle. Kailangan mag-adjust sa bagong routine, pati na rin sa social life at work, lalo na para sa mga babae. These changes can lead to emotional struggles, so both partners must support each other through these transitions. The second major adjustment problem in marriage is sexual adjustment. This is the unquestionably one of the most difficult adjustment to marriage, and it is the one most likely to lead to marital discord and unhappiness if it is not satisfactorily achieved. Karaniwan, ang mga mag-aasawa or in marriage ay may mas kaunting karanasan pagdating sa sexual aspects kumpara sa iba pang adjustments. This lack of experience can make it challenging to navigate sexual intimacy. Minsan, nagkakaroon ng iba't ibang expectations and desires ang bawat partner. So, importante ang open communication again tungkol sa mga needs and preferences. Kung hindi ito nagagawa ng maayos or magagawa, pwedeng magdulot ito ng emotional tension and frustration. So let us move on again to the factors that influence sexual adjustments. First is the attitudes towards sex. Ang insight sa sex ay malaki ang epekto sa sexual adjustment. This is shaped excuse me. This is shaped by how sex education was received during childhood and adolescence. Kung ang information or experiences sa sex ay negative or unfavorable, maaaring mahirap burahin or baguhin ito sa pagtanda. Once negative attitudes are formed, they tend to persist and affect how one approaches sexual relationship later on. 2 is the past sexual experience. Ang mga karanasan or experiences noong childhood tulad ng masturbation, petting, or premarital sex ay nakaka-epekto sa current attitudes towards sex. For instance, if a woman had an unpleasant experience with petting or early sexual encounters, maaaring dalhin niya ang negatibong damdamin na ito sa kanyang future relationship. So, negative experiences can make it harder to adjust to a healthy sexual relationship. Third is the sexual desire. Ang sexual desire is karaniwan mas maagang nade-develop sa mga lalaki kaysa sa mga babae. Desire in men tends to be constant, while sa babae, ito ay may fluctuations at umaayon sa menstrual cycle. These variations in desire and interest affect sexual enjoyment and consequently sexual adjustment between partners. So understanding these differences helps in managing expectation in that relationship. Fourth, early marital sexual experiences. Maraming young couples ang may expectation na ang sexual experiences sa pag-aasawa ay ecstatic at unparalleled. However, kapag hindi na natutugunan ang expectation na ito, posibleng magkaroon ng disillusionment, making it difficult to adjust sexually later in the marriage. It is important to manage expectations to avoid disappointment early on. Fifth is the attitudes toward use of contraceptives. Ang pag-agree or hindi pagkakaintindihan ng mag-asawa sa paggamit ng contraceptives ay maaaring magdulot ng emotional conflict. If both partners agree on contraceptives use, mas magkakaroon ng peace of mind at less friction sa relationship. Pero kung magkaiba ang pananaw, it may lead to tension and disagreement. Sixth is the effects of vasectomy. Kapag ang isang lalaki ay nagpa-vasectomy, nawawala ang takot sa unwanted pregnancy na pabor sa babae dahil nagiging mas relaxed siya sexually. However, for men, it can sometimes lead to questioning their virility or masculinity, which may affect their self-esteem and sexual adjustment. So, let us move on to the financial adjustments. So, let us move on to financial adjustments. Excuse me. This is the third major adjustment problems in is financial. Money or lack of it has a profound influence on adults' adjustment to marriage. Um, ang financial adjustment is this is the lack of control. Can, financial adjustment. So, this lack of control can create tension, especially when partners have different spending habits or financial priorities. Importante ang open communication. Couples should discuss their financial goals, budget, at kung paano nila gustong i-manage ang pera. Kailangan nilang matulungan at gumawa ng financial plan na pareho nilang ma-approve or ma-approve. This teamwork will help prevent misunderstanding at stress na nagdudulot ng financial issues. Ultimately, a healthy financial relationship can strengthen their overall marriage. Next is the in-law adjustment. The fourth major adjustment problem in marriage is to the in-laws. With marriage, every adult acquires a whole new set of relatives, which is the in-laws. May mga pagkakataon ding may malaking pagkakaiba sa kanilang educational backgrounds, culture, and social backgrounds. Kaya mahalaga para sa mga mag-asawa na matutunan kung paano mag-adjust sa kanilang mga in-laws kung hindi maaaring magdulot ito ng tension sa kanilang relationships. So, mag-move tayo sa factors influencing in-law adjustments. First is the stereotypes. Negative stereotypes tungkol sa mga biyenan or in-laws, lalo na sa mga mother-in-law, ay nagdudulot ng negative insights bago pa magpakasal. So, this can cause tension in the relationship. Two is desire for independence. Usually, yung mga bagong kasal, they want independence, and they tend to dislike unsolicited advice, lalo na mula sa in-laws. Kaya kahit na sila ay tumatanggap ng financial help, so this creates friction, especially when in-laws interfere. Third is the family cohesiveness. Problems arise when one spouse spends more time with their relatives kaysa sa gusto makasama ng partner niya, or kung masyadong naapektuhan ng family advice. So, extended family visits also complicate things. And number 4 is social mobility. Kapag ang mag-asawa ay umaangat sa status ng kanilang pamilya or in-laws, they want to distance themselves. They can lead to awkwardness and strain in their relationships with in-laws. 5 is the care of elderly relatives. Caring for elderly family members can be a burden, lalo na kung may sariling pamilya na. The pressure to manage both responsibilities can lead to stress and marital problems. And last, financial support of in-laws. Kapag ang mag-asawa kailangan magbigay ng suporta sa kanilang in-laws, financial pressure can create tension in the marriage, especially if one partner feels overburdened. Next problem of marital adjustment is the adjustment to parenthood. It has been said that parenthood is the most important criterion of the individual's transition to maturity and adult responsibility. As parents, kailangan nilang matutunan ang mga skills na kailangan sa pagpapalaki ng anak, tulad ng patience, empathy, and communications. This transition can be a challenging, but it also brings significant personal growth and deeper understanding of responsibility. Important factors influencing adjustment to parenthood. Attitudes toward pregnancy. Ang pananaw ng isang babae sa pagbubuntis ay naaapektuhan ng kanyang physical at emotional state habang nagbubuntis. Karaniwan, kung negative ang kanyang insight or pananaw, ito ay nagiging mas positive after ipanganak ang bata. 2. Attitudes toward parenthood. Mas maganda ang adjustment ng mga magulang kapag gusto nilang magkaroon ng anak dahil sa kanilang desire for family happiness. Hindi dahil sa pressure mula sa pamilya o lipunan. Kung may choice sila, mas masaya sila sa kanilang role. Third is the age of parents. Young parents often take their responsibilities lightly. Hindi nila masyadong pinapahalagahan ang mga responsibilities bilang magulang. Kaya maaari itong magdulot ng problema sa kanilang ibang interest at kasiyahan. Fourth is the sex of children. Mas favorable ang attitudes ng mga magulang kapag mayroon silang anak na naaayon sa kanilang preferred gender. Kung gusto ng magulang na magkaroon ng anak na lalaki o babae, maaaring makaapekto ito sa kanilang adjustment. 5. Number of children. Kapag ang magulang ay may bilang ng mga anak na sa tingin nila ay ideal, mas maganda ang kanilang adjustment. Kung marami o mas kaunti sa gusto nila, nagiging mahirap ang kanilang karanasan sa pagiging magulang. 6 is the parental expectations. Kung may dream child concept ang mga magulang, ang kanilang adjustment ay naaapektuhan ng kung paano umabot ang bata sa kanilang ideal. Kung hindi ito tumutugma sa inaasahan, nagkakaroon ng stress. Number 7, feelings of parental adequacy. Ang mga pag-aaway tungkol sa child training methods ay nagdudulot ng anxiety. Kung hindi nila alam kung tama ang kanilang ginagawa, nagiging mahirap ang adjustment sa pagiging magulang. 8 is the attitudes toward change roles. Ang pagiging magulang ay nangangahulugan ng pagbabago sa role ng bawat isa. Kailangan ng lalaki at babae na magtulungan maging family-centered kaysa pair-centered na pwedeng maging adjustment challenges. And the last is the child's temperament. Kung ang mga bata ay madaling alagaan, responsive at affectionate, ang mga magulang ay mas masaya at nagiging rewarded sa effort nila. Ang magandang temperament ng bata ay nagiging positive factor sa pananaw or insight ng mga magulang sa kanilang role. And lastly, assessment of marital adjustments. No one specific pattern of living is favorable to marital adjustment. The success of a marriage depends on whether it provides satisfaction for the whole family, not just one or two of the members. Para makamit ito, mahalaga ang open communication at cooperation. Each family member should feel valued dahil ito ang nagdadala ng stability at happiness sa relasyon. Ang pagkakaroon ng mutual respect at understanding ay key para sa maayos na pagsasama. And dito na tayo sa criteria of successful marital adjustments. Number 1 is the happiness of husband and wife. Ang kaligayahan ng mag-asawa ay mahalaga. Kung pareho silang masaya, nagkakaroon sila ng satisfaction sa kanilang roles. May mature at stable na pag-ibig sila sa isa't isa. at nag-a-adjust sila ng maayos sa sexual at parental roles. 2 is the good parent-child relationships. Ang magandang relasyon ng magulang at anak ay nagpapakita ng successful marital adjustments. Kung poor naman ang parent-child relationship, nagiging friction sa bahay na nagpapahirap sa marital adjustment. Number 3 is good adjustment of children. Ang mga bata na well-adjust at liked by their peers ay nag-i-indicate na ang mga magulang ay may magandang adjustment sa kanilang marriage. Successful at masaya sila sa school na patunay na ang magulang ay nagbibigay ng magandang parenting. Number 4 is the ability to deal satisfactorily with disagreements. Mahalaga rin ang kakayahan ng pamilya na humarap sa mga disagreements. Kung maganda ang paraan ng pag-handle sa mga conflict, mas nagiging maayos ang relasyon. Number 5 is the togetherness. Kapag successful ang marital adjustments, ang pamilya ay masaya at gustong mag-spend ng time together. Ang togetherness ay nagpapakita ng magandang samahan na sa isang relationship. And number 6 is the good financial adjustment. Isang karaniwang source ng tension sa maraming pamilya ay ang pera. Kung maganda ang financial adjustments ng mag-asawa, nababawasan ng friction at resentment. And lastly, good in-law adjustment. Kung maganda ang relasyon ng mag-asawa sa kanilang in-laws, mas malamang na mas maayos ang kanilang marriage. Ang good in-law adjustment ay nakakatulong para maiwasan ang conflicts. At yan lamang po ang aking report. Thank you po.